we flash away to a nondescript location that cannot be scryed or navigated to. We see a lovely little cottage. There's a doggo running around the cottage. As he chases the snow hares, not intending to catch them, just good sport. He's probably forever sworn off of rabbits by now. There's one hell of an instruction that Noel gave him. No bunnies. And he's like, forever. No, never bunnies. Not a one. But you see this tri-colored, four-legged dog running through the snowscape around this cottage. It's a 2-bedroom cottage, very simplistic. Lots of lights, Christmas lights adorn this cottage. Inside, we can see there's a tree that it's almost tipping over. There's so many ornaments and lights and tinsel and a star on top. It is beautiful. And sitting next to the tree in a very cozy, comfy chair, finally removed of armor and in her very comfy Christmas robe, red with white trimming, of course, we see our Noelle, sipping on a cup of hot chocolate, or could it be a hot toddy? We don't know, we don't ask. And Nod comes in, Noelle, covered in snow. Remembering his place, he takes a step back out the door and shakes off the snow and then walks in.
Perfect. No. Don't want any snow in the house. Well done.
He gives you a look, and it's a concerned look, like, are you okay?
Yeah. It's been a very, very busy season this year. A lot more troubles than I was expecting.
Nods. Noelle, you get this feeling, like you don't remember how you got back to your cabin. You don't know how long you've been at your cabin. But you know that you're home. You have a very, very close proximity to the North Pole. And all around you is very quiet, snow-covered mountainside with trees and various wildlife. But if you go just outside, maybe 300 or 400 yards from your proximity, there's a circle of never-ending blizzard that surrounds the entirety of this magical wonderland, so that no creatures can get in and no creatures can get out. It can't be found, it can't be stumbled upon, it cannot be located magically or navigationally. This is truly the most secret and safe place in Faerun. Funnily enough, though, you look at your armor and you realize your cape is missing.
Oh, that's not good.
You look to your wardrobe where you have 3 others, just
Thank
like
goodness.
it. You're like Batman. You got all the bat suits.
All those wonderful toys.
Well, I guess it's time to pull into the springtime cape.
This is the slightly redder cape.
This is the slightly
One
darker.
of them is like
hue of
classified
red.
as like Yule red. One of them is like a bright red. One of them is festive red. They're all just different, but it's all the same red.
There's a candy apple. There's a catch me, fuck me red. There's all kinds of different reds. You haven't worn the.
That's what she
You
calls
have-
that red.
I know. You haven't worn the CMFM cape in a while, but
It's been a while.
it's been a minute. But it's there.
Yeah.
You very gingerly go over to your wardrobe and grab one of the capes from the back around the shoulders. Like, you don't grab inside of it. You just on top of the shoulders, on the red part. The inside is black, like there's a liner of black inside. And
I
the
don't blame you,
portable
Talon, they're
hole
sweet.
that's on the back of your cape shimmers. This was something that was given to you from one of the many towns you've helped. And this is something that you have sewn into each one of your capes. You basically use it, such a great magical item. You use it mundanely to send Nod back home. But in a pinch, you can grab your cape, hold it around you, and disappear, leaving the cape behind.
It's perfect exit strategy.
Gotta have an exit. Batman always has an exit
You
strategy.
gotta have a way out.
Mm-hmm. So you reaffix your cape back onto the armor, but as you do, you hear a roaring noise from overhead.
Huh. Can I go take a look out the door and see what I see?
Sure.
Of course, telling Nod to keep safe.
Nod goes under the bed.
Good.
You see, roll me a perception check, please. Oh, wait. We got a hydration check.
Coffee.
Mm-hmm. Mine's coffee, too.
Got it.
Okay, with that perception, you see a black spot in the otherwise clear blue sky, but it's growing bigger, and there's this trail behind it of reddish black smoke, comet tail, something. You're not too sure yet. One thing you notice, though, is that staring at this speck, it seems to absorb all light around it, so that the rest of the sky, you know, there's like, you see like the little dot, and then there's like a radius around the dot, and it looks gray around the dot. Okay. So the blue sky ends with gray, and then you see black dot. It's growing bigger, and you realize it's going to impact the ground. It's a meteorite of some sort, and it's headed straight for the eye of a never-ending blizzard. The noise grows louder and louder. The landscape around you begins to grow gray, words. And you only have a split second to duck back into your cabin and join Nod under your bed.
Okay.
For good measure, you cast Shield of Faith around yourself. Because Paladin. You tuck Nod into your breastplate, and you hold on tight as you feel the ground begin to shake and shudder around you with the impact of this comet. Your cabin collapses. The Christmas tree lights go out. The lights around your eaves go out. And you are driven into blackness as the bed collapses on top of you and you lose consciousness. You come to some amount of time later. It's dark. You can hear the sounds of evil creatures roaming the landscape. You can hear them grabbing the reindeer, the snow hares, the winter foxes, and all taking them, the little yipping noises. You speak bunny, so you hear the protests from the rabbits. And they're all being gathered up and brought to Santa's workshop.
Oh, goodness. Do you have, is any creature talking about what it is that's taking them? Like making like an insult towards them or something that I could decipher what it is that is making them do things?
Roll me another perception check. You hear in common
Hey,
one
Peaches.
word spoken over and over again, but the creatures are mumbling, and only do they speak this one word loudly enough out of reverence. And the word is Volodak. Roll me a history check.
Girl ain't proficient. And that wasn't a good roll, and it didn't go in the box. That's a win.
It doesn't count. Doesn't count.
That's such a win. Let's go!
Hey, let's go!
Win!
That makes my life a lot easier, and I can just read to you what I have here, as opposed to trying to figure out what you get.
That never turns out in the best.
There you go, Mander. So you remember that in an age long forgotten, a ravenous emptiness known as Volodak emerged from the ether. So great and insatiable was his hunger that it consumed gods with a single breath. The infinitely hollow entity engulfed many a world and deity as it expanded across the multiverse undaunted, twisting everything it touched beyond recognition and turning all creatures, no matter their alignment, towards its cause, to swallow existence.
Oh, goodness.
In a last-ditch effort to stem the relentless tide of desolation, the entire pantheon of gods of every plane of existence, both good and evil, joined forces and channeled their power into a single point, creating a cataclysmic event known as the Great Locus. Many celestials and entire galaxies perished in the ensuing battle, but in the final moments, the point of power captured Volodak and imprisoned it in 13 black crystalline obelisks forged in the heart of a pulsing star. These mineral prisons were scattered to the many corners of the cosmos, most remaining beyond the sight of prying eyes and the grasp of curious fingers. Conflict, however, saw several obelisks hurled across creation. Some collided with various planes, causing cosmic anomalies. The obelisks were given many names over the ages and were commonly called Volodak obelisks. Man, that's a level of creation that I can be endeared to. The denizens of the Fey-White named one such obelisk the Coal Star, for against the stark white snow, the fallen star was a black so deep it emitted darkness and resonated with a sickly corruption that etched indelible marks upon the souls of those foolish to get too close. So this is the Coal Star that has landed. Immediately, roll me a, let me see here. What you're going to try to do is find out if there are any effects that are being done from the proximity of you to the Coal Star. And you can roll whatever skill you think would work with that.
Are there any effects?
Are you being affected by this meteorite? Are there any, aura-like abilities or what have you?
Faith.
All right.
Fuck.
You feel the corruption of the Coal Star digging into your brain, trying to sift through the memories of all the good deeds you've done, pull out your hope, your faith, your Christmas spirit. To your knowledge, nothing can get into the Fey-White. This is what the area is called that you live in, where the North Pole would be. It's the Fey-White. And this being has slammed open the gates, if you would, to this protection. This is horrible. The only cause that you can think of that this being would cause is to suck Christmas, hope, and Christmas cheer from the world and plunge every creature into darkness to become its thralls.
I'm gonna take a second and get down and pet Nod and go, buddy, this isn't good. We're gonna need help. Some real help.
Nod coughs. Out comes a silver scale.
It's a good idea. I know. This could be really bad, though. This is high stakes. But...
And Nod looks to where you know Santa's workshop is and looks back at you and kind of barks with a tone of like, what's higher than this?
Okay, then let's go. As it's said multiple times, the festive spirit and the spirit of Christmas and the season has to sustain. So it makes all of this possible, right?
And Nod stands up under the rubble, clearing up enough space for you to crawl out.
Thanks, buddy.
And then he blinks out of existence and appears right next to you.
Well, let's go get some help. And I'm gonna twist my bracelet and open a portal.
The portal process, seeing as how Christmas itself is under attack, is diminished in how efficient it is. And it takes you 3 portals that you can cast once a day to get to your destination. The whole time you are you're not under any attack. You're making do with waiting. Nod is with you. And you're trying to quickly get to your destination, knowing that the Coal Star is having any minute you give it to do its foul deeds is 1 minute too many.
Right.
But on the 3rd day, your portal finally goes to your destination. The one that you intended originally. And where is that?
I'm gonna go see the Dragonborn and the Barbarian.
So the three of you have been keeping an eye, or the 2 of you rather, have been keeping an eye on Lutter and Icarus as they sleep. You can only hope that Branch's never-ending tales of plant life, herbology, and fauna are keeping Zealous company while he sleeps. He's gonna have so much. Oh, he's getting proficiency in nature.
He's gonna know so
He doesn't
much about
have it already.
mistletoe.
Right?
Damn.
Holly, mistletoe, conifer pines, all of it. All of it. Somewhere there's you probably could hear the voice of Branch going, that they started making the Christmas trees inside, and then the tinsel comes because they were spiders in the tree and they were spinning webs, and they did not like that, so there's a god and he turned it into tinsel, and that's why they put tinsel on the Christmas trees. You are such a great listener. So anyway,
Story of the
Holly
Christmas
is, and then
spider.
we just gonna fade out of that shit.
I love the story of the Christmas
Nobody
spider.
needs to hear that except for Zealous. So the 2 of you have spent days just taking care of Letter, force feeding her some food here and there, keeping her body going. She doesn't seem to be troubled as she sleeps. It's literally just a coma, basically. Surprisingly enough, the purple light around Letter and the rest of you faded when you left the plane, and only when you came back did it come back into being. So you can only imagine, like, your adventure last week stopped the time clock, but you look up as you hear this noise and a portal opens up, and out steps your most favoritist Christmas time paladin.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Oh. Hi.
How you going?
Back so soon?
Not soon enough, to be fair. There's some big problems, and I need help. There's a meteor. It's called the Coal Star, and it's hit my home, and everyone's in danger, and I need help.
Well, Regan, do we have anything to do?
No.
All right, that settles that. Can Nod watch them again? Maybe, Noel?
To be fair, we might need Nod with us. But I can do something else, and I'm gonna go and sit by, because I understand that I've taken a lot of time to get here. I'm gonna bow down and sing a song of protection over them to almost encapsulate them, and what it looks like probably to the Dragonborn and to the Barbarian is that now Icarus and Letter are in a snow globe of sorts, and they're safe.
Oh. That's pretty.
So basically, you just put them into cryostasis.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, you could say, yeah, you could say that. A lot prettier than cryostasis. I mean,
So interestingly enough, what happens is she does this, and out of one of the door of the entryways into the cavern, you can see this dome of ice just cover the entire hillside. Inside, you hear the sound of sleigh bells. You smell hot chocolate or hot toddies. Can't be sure.
Can't be sure.
And
No.
there's an effect of snow that falls, and the snow falling on Icarus and Lutter basically creates this cocoon of white, if you will. They are totally obscured. And Cregan, if you should try to poke one of them, your finger stops as if they were basically shielded with ice, but they don't look cold to the touch, or cold by your view.
Well, that's just fucking interesting right there.
It's a
Yeah, I mean,
handy
I take
trick.
care of that. We need.
we gotta go to the Feywild. Have you ever been before?
No, but
know.
it sounds cold, and that sounds fantastic.
It's very, very cold.
I start putting
Perfect.
on my winter clothes again from Grace.
Noel, reaching into your portal, you find 2 items, one for each of them. And one is a snow globe, and it looks like that.
What I say?
And the other is a garment of some sort. It's a sweater.
Can I just point out that's not a depressed horse?
That is not a depressed horse. What? Shh. Okay. 1 second.
It's a very regal horse.
The berry. He's very proud.
He's quite proud.
You pull out the sweater,
I had it
and it's
once.
huge, like 7x. And the snow globe obviously has a paladin
Trigger.
inside of it
Happy
riding
Sunday.
a horse. You bring gifts.
And
What do you do with them?
I give them to them.
So, Cregan, do you put on the sweater?
Immediately.
So it doesn't fit over your breastplate. So you doff your breastplate. And the image of this sweater looks like that.
You lift, bro.
Now look at Cregan. That fits you perfectly, man.
It does.
It does. And
I never knew Santa Claus was so jacked.
Oh, you've never met him?
Nope.
Oh,
so Cregan, I added a ugly Christmas sweater
But
to your inventory. You can open it up and see what it does and then tell everybody. And I'm gonna do the same for the Paladin's snow globe for you, Krangor.
Okay.
And I don't believe I've coded all this stuff in yet, so we'll we'll add it manually.
It's hilarious. The most basic form of magic armor is a superb product of physical and magical craft. I have a +2 to bonus to AC while wearing this. It never rusts or deteriorates. I have a +1 to initiative. Hey!
Mm-hmm.
The wearer can also grant the Shield of Solstice effect to one nearby creature 1 time per day. To maintain the spell, the wearer must use a free action to sing a Christmas carol. Medium armor, maximum of 2.
That is not correct.
Um,
Well, that's
Bless
what
you.
you read was correct.
Okay,
Bless you again.
There you go.
Nope.
perfect.
So your AC, Cregan, is now 20.
Okay, perfect.
And you also get all those effects. So remember them if they're not coded in. The +1 to initiative is definitely not coded in. So just when you roll initiative, just add 1.
Gotcha.
Krangor, what does your
Hey.
snow globe do?
This magical implement adds +1 to spell DC and caster level of any cold, snow, or frost-related spell cast with it, and +1 to initiative. When shaken gently, it produces a local weather effect of snow. When hurled at the ground and smashed, it produces a burst of frost, inflicting 3d10 cold damage on everyone within 30 feet. But it ain't never gonna get smashed.
There's also one more effect that I didn't add. You are always warm.
Yes! It's never getting smashed! No!
You turn it over, and at the bottom it says, Jack.
Oh.
Aww. I shake the snow globe and it starts to snow and I just look up. I shake it some more. I love it. Thank you, Noel.
You're welcome. Hopefully
Noelle-
these can help
Mhm.
us.
You gain a glow because it's giving. Christmas is about giving. And even in your time of need, where you have your home is gone, you're still giving. And you gain new spells. And you also gain a more magical sword. Your silver light now does 1d8 plus 21 damage.
Let's go.
Damn! Ooh!
That's impressive.
Yeah. Because, you're always going to do at least 22 damage. Always.
Fuck.
And you have extra attack still because you're level 10, so I mean...
Let me crit.
Fuck.
Well,
What's double 20s? What do you get? 16 plus 42 damage? Also,
really?
your Christmas scarf is now distanceless. It doesn't have a distance. It can go as
Oh, damn.
far as you need it to go.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
Wrapping this motherfucker go across the goddamn continent.
Mm-hmm. You also gain the most powerful of gifts. The glow intensifies and it kind of like coalesces into your heart and vanishes, and you get 1 cast of wish.
Oh,
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh shit.
oh.
Use it wisely. You get 1 a year, 1 every season.
Christmas miracle.
That is the Christmas miracle.
I look at
And-
Noel.
Yes.
Go ahead.
No, that's fine.
Look at Cregan. Look at Noel. Well, Noel. Whatever's fucking with your house, your home, we're gonna go take care of it. Friends help friends.
I appreciate that. And it's not my home, it's where I live. And it's very, very important that it be protected. And it took me a couple days to get here, so I don't even know the state of it when we'll return. If there's Do you guys need anything else before we go?
Nope.
Oh, Cregan. Nope, I don't.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I open a portal and we start working our way back.
So, knowing the way back, it only takes you one whole day to get there. You go port one place, and then it's just outside of the never-ending blizzard. All of you grab. Well, here, there's that, and there's that, because I don't think you have those in this instance.
No, thank you.
So, boom. As you step through the portal and you get to your destination, surprisingly in the first go, although Noel, your precision's a little off by about half a mile.
Yeah, they don't know. Play it off like
Yeah,
I planned it.
Roll me a performance check with advantage. Or a deception check with advantage. It's up to you.
Ta-da!
Wow.
Sold it. She jumps out and she's the first one through the portal. She looks around and she's like, oh shit. And you guys step through and she's like,
perfect.
"Well, here. Yep, there we go.
It's exactly the right spot.
All right.
Wind lashes at you with unrelenting waves of hail, making it all but impossible to hear. Visibility
the
is
cold.
such that when you extend your arm, you can barely see your hand. Shards of ice pelt you from every direction. The air is so cold it feels sharp and burns when you inhale. Your skin tingles as cold begins to worm its way through your bones, and you find yourself caught in the mother of all blizzards. Now, funnily enough, Krangor, you are you're like regular
And they're
cold.
just-
Regular cold, you're warm. This cuts through even that. You're getting your normal effects in the blizzard.
That's fair, I feel.
Cregan, you're actually fucking cold. Like, debilitatingly cold.
Is this what you're always bitching about, Gregor?
Yep. You understand now.
It does suck a little bit.
It
But I'll
does.
give you
Wait until your nose starts to run.
that.
Well,
My
you're-
nose is gonna run away. Is that what happens when you get cold?
It could. You never know.
I hold on to my nose.
Is that what you guys always do like this?
Is that what? Is
No,
that, yeah,
why
you
it's so
keep it
cold?
on your face.
You have to make
You
sure
have
it
it
stays
cold, oh.
Cregan.
Makes sense now.
Funnily enough, I'm actually overheating. There we go. That's much better. So as you're surrounded by this blizzard, Noel, you know this is the blizzard that keeps things out of the Feywight.
Yes.
And you know that it takes an exceptional ability to try to navigate through it, even though you know it's there. So you basically, any creature that's never been into the Feywight cannot navigate into the Feywight. But you've been there, you're from there, so it's still hard, but you know you can do it. You are cold as well, because the blizzard's fucking magical.
Yeah.
Because
Magic. So I look at the guys and I say, make sure we stay close. This is designed to keep other creatures out, and it's supposed to be difficult to navigate, and we'll get through it though.
right behind you, Noel.
Do we want to tie a rope to each other?
You want to
We'll get
hold
off.
on to my cape?
Yeah.
I grab one corner of her cape and hand the other corner to Cregan.
Yep.
I'm gonna give you guys all a long rest really quick. Noel, you hold out a little piece of rope and Nod clamps on. And everybody, roll me a survival check. So everyone takes 4 points of cold damage while you're navigating through the blizzard. You stumble through the blizzard for, God, it must be at least 20, 30 minutes. But when you break through finally and you can see, you're on top of a steep 20-foot cliff looking down at the hot springs. This, Noel, you would know would be a medicinal spring that is always warm and toasty. It's basically a rejuvenation spot for the creatures of the Feywight. Cregan, you roll me another survival check.
Dink. Better.
Dink.
So when they stop, you were still at in the blizzard. You take 1 more cold damage.
No!
Roll me death saves. 58 damage. You want 58 damage?
Nope. Fat fingers.
That was a hell of a stop.
That's a big ass snowball.
Nod blinks back, grabs you by the tail of your loincloth there and kind of just pulls you real quick. Oh shit. Oh, gotta go that way.
Whoa. You almost lead to reveal the twig and berries here, Popo.
And he goes back to stand by Noel.
Thank you.
So you see the hot springs in front of you. Santa's village is a bit farther away. But at first glance, like I said, these hot springs offer relief from the blizzard. You guys are basically still freezing. You step out of the violent ice storm onto a snow-covered slope. Though the biting cold maintains its grip, a sense of relief washes over you. Following the cacophony of raging wind, this area seems eerily quiet. The air is so crisp you feel like it could snap. About 20 feet below, several pools of water spread out. You have arrived at what looks like hot springs. The steam gently rising from the water looks warm and inviting. A ring of tall rocks encloses the area, and there's a narrow opening between the rocks to the north. You feel the ground shift beneath your feet. Everyone roll me a dex saving throw.
Do you want me to turn my danger sense or no?
You have that.
Okay.
Do you want me to do my aura?
But I think that the danger sense says from a threat you can perceive.
It says something along the lines of that, yeah.
Yeah, so then no.
Okay.
What is your bonus to dex, Krangor?
4.
Okay, so you pass. Noel fails.
I have an aura of protection as well.
You pass. Everybody passes.
Double auras.
I think it was +9 we all got between the two auras.
So the three of you slide down the slope and land safely, stopping within 5 feet of the largest pool. Noel, you kind of like hit a rock, a large stone right at the base of the rim to go into the pool, and your feet catch it, and you kind of stand like you like very like smoothly use the momentum of your falling to bolster you to stand on top of the rock. You're kind of like, oh yeah, and it looks boss.
She's so cool. Wish I'd be that cool. It's cold, cool. Ah!
So, can I do like a perception of if I see any forms of danger at the hot springs, or does it seem like there's nothing?
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
Because if I want to use the hot springs, then I don't want to fucking get attacked. You know, you don't jump people when they're taking a bath.
Or do you? You see nothing. But you are in the hot springs. Its steam is literally like pooling out of each. There's like 3 of them, and it's all pulling up out of the water. The cold fades from your bones, and once again, you guys are nice and
Never leave the hot
warm.
springs.
There's no lingering effects.
But we have to go save the North Pole. How you doing, Vane?
That's actually incorrect. I do apologize. Everyone roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Rude.
Sorry. Oh. Oh. Oh.
So it's an 18, an 11, and an 18.
So Noelle gets the 11.
Yeah.
Krangor and Cregan. The snow melting off of you, it starts to like hamper your movement, and each of you take 1 level of exhaustion. Noelle, I will give you a chance to re-roll that Constitution saving throw, since I should have said advantage because you're from here. So, in case you
Is that
don't.
better?
Oh yeah, that beats it. So you have 1 level of exhaustion. You have
Playing around
disadvantage on
with
ability
things
checks.
with my new monitor. Finally enough room for fantasy grounds. Let's
So
go.
I
That's
will
awesome,
leave a
Vane.
note in the combat tracker that you have 1 level of exhaustion.
So after the hot springs always ends up brutal. True.
Exhaustion 1. Copy. Okay. And Noelle blows down the water. Cregan, roll me a
Home turf
perception check.
advantage.
Yep.
Yep.
Advantage or no?
Does ice have a smell?
No.
I
Then,
did just
yeah,
look
no
up Baldur's
advantage.
Gate 3
It has a
when
sound
I
if it
tried
hits
to
it.
alt tab out
It does
of
have a sound if it hits
Oh.
something. Okay.
Wait, don't I have disadvantage on that? And then ability
Yeah,
check?
you do actually. Roll it again.
Son of a fuck! I'll just roll dis. Damn it! Ain't that about a bitch?
Even with disadvantage, your wolf ears seem to have ice in them. You can't hear so well.
It's very cold and uncomfortable.
You see 6 ice mephits perched on the rocks at the mouth, the north part of the opening.
I've seen a smoke method. Do I know the difference between ice and smoke, or do I know what the fuck these things are?
Well, I mean, you know what the difference between ice and smoke is.
Yeah.
I mean, just as a person.
Right.
But like, I feel like because there's ice mephits in the frozen north where you're from, so you know what they are.
Right. Guys, there's 60s ice pepper guys right there. Right there.
Oh, goodness.
Do we fight them?
I don't know. Are they friendly
No.
here or no?
Noelle, are they friendly or no?
Can I roll a history check to...
Yeah.
With home turf advantage?
Yeah.
Let's go. I know my methods, maybe.
So you know that although they're not friendly, they're cognizant and they are evil creatures, but they are part of the natural landscape of this area, and they are perched here to keep out the riffraff. And Noelle, with a 22, you would know that riffraff is everybody who's not from the Feywild.
Oh, I'm definitely riffraff.
No, you're with me, so you'll be fine.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
So,
First time in my life, I'm not riffraff.
should we get in the hot springs?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, ice is locking me up a little bit.
It might be nice.
I dive in the hot springs. dead.
You jump into the hot springs, Cregan, before anybody else can say anything. And at first, it feels relaxing, and the warmth of the water is relaxing your frozen muscles and the bones, any aches and pains you might have. But then, like, you know how, like, when your hands are like really super cold, you can touch like hot liquid and it feels good at first, then it starts to burn.
Yep.
Well, it's like that. And
Hot.
as the snow melts away from your body and the ice kind of like dissipates from your beard and your eyelashes and stuff, your skin starts to burn, and you take 2d4 of ice damage. Or not ice damage, acid damage.
Son of a bitch, don't get in here, don't get in here.
Roll me a dexterity save to get out.
So do I get to use the danger sense on that one?
Oh, you can see this.
Okay, so I'll just roll a straight roll because I have disadvantage anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. He said, you can see this. You're inside of it.
You, as soon as you start feeling the burn, like, fuck, and you, how do you climb out? Like, what happens? You get out.
Is it like all rock, or is it like a beach, or?
Oh, no, it's rock all around it.
Okay. I scamper up them rocks like you ain't never seen a big man scamper up rocks before.
I don't think I've ever seen you scamper.
Like crab walk at this bitch, just.
He said,
Zoidberging the fuck out of there, you know what I'm saying?
and Krangor, just as you're like starting to like take off your armor to jump into the hot springs, you see Cregan like swan dive, the worst swan dive you've ever seen in your life. It splashes. And then about a second goes by, and then you see him fuck, and he gets right out.
I'm standing on the rock, hunched over on my knees going, don't do it. That was a horrible idea. Don't do that. Don't.
I'm really sorry. I've never used them before, so I don't know.
Well, now we know.
Yeah,
we know not to go in there.
The more you know.
You look up, the three of you, and you see one of the ice mephits about fluttering like 20 feet above you. He descends slowly and he goes, "Don't go into the water. It's been corrupted."
Oh.
Oh, hello, Noelle.
Hi.
Who are these?
These are my friends. They've come to help me.
Hey.
Friendses? We have friendses?
We do.
Noelle? Oh, must add them to the list. Friends number 1, ugly, burnt guy. Friends number 2,
Fair.
lizard thing. Noelle, do friends have names?
This is Cregan and Krangor.
Oh, as long as they have names.
They're great warriors. They've come to help us.
Great warriors?
Yes.
Great warriors, dip toe in water first next time.
I said great warriors, not smartest.
Oh, that he writes down, must not correct Noelle. Okay. Correct. Since you've left, the creature or being has cracked the basin of the springs, and the acid from inside the earth has bled into the pools. They are not safe for bathing.
Understood. Have you noticed any other effects in the nearby area?
Effects... We don't leave the pool, you know this. This is our duty.
I just figured if you would talk to any other methods lately that you might, the talk amongst the town.
The talk amongst the town is, don't go to town.
Okay.
Bad things.
Fair enough. Well, we're exactly going to do that, so...
Look at number 3, do not correct Noelle. Check. Okay. Well, bon chance. Everything from what I've heard has been changed by the meteorite. Hence, don't go to town. But there's a poor creature just outside the mouth of the springs that was
Valhalla?
frozen
Yes. We're doing a
by
holiday
this
one-shot.
this power.
Welcome in, though. Happy
Do you remember?
Sunday.
And I swear to God, this is part of the PDF. Do you remember one of Santa's little helpers goes by the name of Sparkles?
Yes. I am somewhat familiar.
They froze her. And he flies up another 10 feet and points to just outside the ring of rocks. And you can see a little Christmas elf. A tiny fey creature wearing a red hat with a bell on the end. And red and green livery is trapped inside a block of
Not
ice.
Sparkles. Yeah,
Her
I know.
face is
Anyone
twisted
but.
in pain. It looks like she was running in the direction of the slope before meeting an unfortunate end at the hands of not the ice mephits in this case. This would be of Santa's other helpers that you have not met yet.
Oh, goodness.
She unfortunately is passed. We could not get her out of the ice, which is vexing, seeing as how we usually can control ice.
That's fair. That is a fair concern to have. Well, we shouldn't waste any more time. The town must be saved and the people protected. So, we'll make our way. Thank you again. I appreciate it.
Anything we can do. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, Noel.
Bye,
Bye.
nice guy.
And he flies up to the other 5 mephits and resumes his perch, watching over the frozen wasteland that was the very Christmas cheery Feywhite.
Look at Kranger. They could have put a sign out for the pools, you know.
He could have warned us earlier, to be
They
fair.
could, but they didn't.
Well, it's an ice method. Chances are it's the only fun that they get at this point. What else are you going to do? I mean, I'd do it if I was an asshole, but
Fair.
yeah, I get
They
it.
probably had a bet which one wants to jump in first.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I'd put my money on me too. It's fine.
I look over to see if the mephits are trading any food or coins.
There might be one or two that are exchanging little writs on paper. That's not quite money, but you know of mephits that they keep track of. They tally.
Fair enough.
And tallies mean something in the mephit world.
They keep count. Well, Cregan, we got to make our way into town, and we should be cautious. Very cautious.
Cautious is a good
Sorry.
idea,
Not our strong suit.
but not our strong suit.
No.
Not at all.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
We both kind of hit things. I hit things, and it flashes in light. He hits things, and it just dies.
I have a feeling there'll be
Pretty well.
plenty of things to hit, but
I mean, it's my favorite thing to do.
it's very important that we keep in mind that we are here to salvage and save this town, not necessarily to destroy everything. Fair?
Noted.
D&D is the wrong game for that.